Alright, coconuts, let's color the first page of my brand new coloring book. This is volume 8, our best-selling coloring book to date, and I'm so excited because it's all about hair and skin, two of my favorite parts. And I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't sure if I was gonna love the no backgrounds, but I do. I felt like I could really just focus and zone in on doing the skin, doing these juicy kissable lips, and just paying a lot of attention to the smaller details. Y'all know I got aphantasia and I can't see jack-ish in my head, but I'll tell you what, this came out exactly how I thought it would look. I'm not gonna lie, I was very impressed with my skills with how this braided bun came out. Let me know if you want a video specifically for the hair, because I ate down. I can't even lie. I thought these beads were gonna stress me out more than they actually did. I just kind of didn't think about it. I just picked out the colors ahead of time and filled them in. But this background, because it was just an empty space, I was like, what can I do to spice it up, add a little razzle dazzle? So we gave it a little lime wash with some veining, and this is how she turned out. Like and follow for more. This page right here, oh baby, I could not wait to get to her, and I got a fresh pack of Woohoo skin tone markers specifically for this page, only for it to clock out early. Oh, you not them badass. I said, all right, cool, we just gonna ignore that, we're gonna move on, do the shading. I broke out every color pencil in the collection. I was blending this thing like my life depended on it. I don't know, I might be Botticelli, I don't know. Like, look how smooth she is. I don't think I could even do this again if I wanted to. Now it's time to do the rest of her body. I knew the color pencils were gonna have to work overtime since the markers decided to clock out halfway through their shift. I knew I wanted to do something fun and playful with her makeup, so I took my acrylic markers and went to town. She's giving intergalactic chic. I had to give her a nice galactic lip to go with the look. I know how much y'all love the shine, so I added that in. Gave her a quick manicure, quick. Now the background had me shook. I didn't know what would be good enough for such a beautiful woman like this, and then I decided, why not bubbles? So I went on the internet and I found a tutorial on how to color bubbles by Super Ray Dizzle. She ate that one. I used all of those tips, added a little razzle dazzle of my own, and y'all, I really hate to be dramatic, but this might be my favorite one. Tonight we're doing a mermaid theme. So the first step is to get this skin looking right, and I wanted her to be very dewy, very shiny, very moisturized, honey, because she just came out the water. She's a mermaid. I pulled up some references on Pinterest and just really wanted to make sure that I got that shine looking accurate and realistic. Then I gave her a really pretty blue shimmery eyeshadow with lots of shine and a peachy lip, and I glossed her up because you know it's all about the gloss, baby. I don't know if I've talked about this in my videos before, definitely on live, but I hate coloring shoulders. I hate shoulders, I hate necks, I hate clavicles. I just don't like it, but I think I did pretty good in this example. This hair color is everything, and I got the waves of the water there, and then we went ahead and did some mermaid scales for her shirt, you know, giving rainbow fish in the best way possible. Now it's time to move on to her tattoos. I like that I did the skin first and then went in with color pencil on top. It gave it like that kind of matte finish, and then I took those colors and used them in the flowers on top of her crown. I really love the addition of purple. I am gonna like move away from purple for the next page because I feel like we've been going a little purple heavy, so we'll have to think of a new color theme. And I finished her off with a beautiful glitter background. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Let me know what you think, unless you don't like it.
So here is the page that we're going to make all pink tonight. This coloring book is called Little Spooky Cute and Comfy Coloring Book by Coco Wyo. This book is linked in my bio or found on Amazon, as well as everything else that I'll be using today. My markers are the Ohuhu 320 set. Starting off with my mud and my dirt, I want to go in with a rose pink. I almost forgot my piece of cardstock. Don't do that. Now let's find a tender pink for the actual stems of the plant. So I've grabbed the shade Pink and Shadow Pink. Starting with the shade Pink, since it's brighter, I'm going in the top areas of my leaf. And then using my Shadow Pink, I'm going to blend where I want it to be darker. We're gonna go in and do this to all of the leaves. I know that I want some of my flower petals to be a little bit brighter, like a Bulgavania, or some of them to be a little bit darker, kind of like a coral pink. We're looking for coral pink. Now we're doing the same thing with the shade Bulgavania, or however you pronounce it. I'm sure somebody will tell me. I found a very very pretty and vibrant shade of pink, which is called Sakura Pink. Now I'm using a Queen Pink for my last two flowers. So I'm looking at this picture and I'm noticing that everybody is looking at Homeboy and the flower like something about this flower is just different. So I think that we're gonna go into the petals on this one with a peony just to really make him stand out. Although this isn't pink, I just think that it's gonna look really cool. Everybody's getting some weird facial expressions. Let's use the shade Thistle for his skin tone. I was struggling to decide if I wanted to go with something vibrant like this red onion for his overalls or something more muted like this apricot pink. And of course I've decided to go with the apricot pink. I'm going in with a pink Ohuhu glitter pen and coloring in the little pocket on the overall. I've decided I'm going to do stripes on his shirt under the overalls, so we're going to start with a light hot pink. I don't want these stripes to be basic, so I'm just going to kind of do something weird. Now for his hair, I'm going to go in with the shades Pink and Queen Pink, just like I did for the leaves. I'm going in to add my white highlights. Now we're going in and adding some different shades of pink, little polka dotted stars. So I added some white highlights to my bigger dots and they kind of look like bubbles and I love it. Now let's do our shadows. Alright, and here is my finished page, as well as the cardstock that I used to protect. This coloring book is called Little Spooky, Cute and Comfy Coloring Book by ColoringTok. This book is linked in my bio or found on Amazon, as well as everything else that I used today.
The girlies keep asking for a color with me on this one, so let's do it. This page was inspired by Lo. I've tagged her in the caption, so be sure to give her a follow if you aren't already. I'm starting with the lanterns, laying down colorless blender first to diffuse the glow, then going dark to light and leaving white in the center. For the wall, I'm doing the same thing, but going light to dark, and for the table, I wanted a granite look, so I used red violets and I added shadows and some random lines for texture. I wanted to give them these cheetah print placemats, so I colored them with the lightest shades I just used for the table, and I'm drawing in some cheetah print with a black Ohuhu fine liner. For the objects, I'm just highlighting edges closest to the light with R10, which is going to be my glow shade that I used throughout this whole page, and I'm just deepening away from it. For the food, I'm using darker colors of the natural colors they would be, if that makes sense. So I'm stippling the shrimp with like a dark red for texture. I'm adding some folds to the dumplings and layering yellow browns for the noodles. For the little cherry blossom trees, I use the same bright pinks as the lanterns. Now for the characters, I'm using that same glow shade on the edges, then deepening into mauves to keep that dark moody lighting. I added first strokes starting at the muzzle and working outward. I did the same process on the other diva, but I leaned more pinkish purple on her. This is just the base layer, and I'm going to add acrylic here in a minute to make it look more realistic. Next, I gave them cheetah print outfits to match the placemats, and then I went in with gel pen and acrylic to really push the glow and the texture for the fur. So I'm layering lighter and darker strokes here, and then I use a colorless blender to soften those lines. And that's the finished page. I'll show all of the Ohuhu codes here, and let me know if you want a more in-depth tutorial on anything.